This is how you split your yam tuber into set for planting. So come along. First thing is you need to have a scale, especially for the first time farmers. You need to have a scale, measure your tuber. This is 982, and then you bring out your calculator. 982 grams is the size. You want to divide by 250 because as a beginner, the minimum size your set should be 250 grams. So we're dividing by 250 grams, and we're to split into 3.9. So let's just say we're to split this into 4 sets. Splitting this into 4 sets. So pay attention. The head region of your yam seed usually has higher concentration of the viable growing buds. Okay, what that means in layman term is simply that when you cultivate all of these parts, now the head region will begin to sprout first. So that means if it is the smallest size we split it into, it will still sprout first. So let us weigh this to see what we have. So this is 200 grams, okay? So we need to split these guys now into 3. So as you can see, I'm not cutting it this way. I am slanting my hand. So while you are slanting your hand, you want to ensure that, let me split it first so that you see. So I want to ensure that this side has a very wide surface, okay? Because all of this is the bud or the eye of the yam. This is from any of these parts now is where the yam vine would sprout from. So I want to ensure that I have enough size for it so that it can sprout forth. So the next is to split this. All right, so this is what we have. Let's weigh this guy. Okay, this is 288. Let's see what this guy is weighing. We're very close to 250. And then let's see what this guy is weighing. So this is 271. So we're good to go. So we're going to be planting these ones in the sack. I will show you how to go about with the planting. Before you plant, because here is still very wet, you need to allow it to air dry. So if you have your treatment, you treat them in your treatment so as to ensure that you do not encourage any infestation from, let's say, fungi or nematode when you plant them. We will allow them to air dry. After they've air dried, then we will go to plant them. But you have to treat them. Depending on the quantity you are planting, you should ensure you treat your seeds or your sets before you get to plant them. First thing you want to do is, before you begin to cultivate, you have to firstly place them on your sack. This is especially if you are growing them on a commercial scale. All right, place them on the sack or the heap, depending on what your planting medium is. So you place them across your sacks. And now why you want to do this is you want to ensure that you are not making any mistakes, okay? So I'm going to be showing you how you get to plant them. Let's go into planting. So the first thing is you want to use your cutlass to till your soil, especially the ones in the sack. So how then do you place? Because the growing point for this is already here and it is visible that it's going to begin to sprout from here. You are going to place it this way. Make sure you create enough depth in the sack. All right, create enough depth and create enough space for it, and make sure you are placing it at the center. All right, so you slant it slightly like this. All right, and then you cover. Even if it rains on this sack, the rain is not going to expose the seeds. All right, so this one does not have a head and it has not started to sprout. So in this very situation, what you get to do is you just place it straight or you slant it. All right, so always ensure that this cut part is facing up, because you do not want a situation where you are facing this down, and then because it is facing down, heat will begin to generate around that region, and then because heat is generating around that region, and because that is the cut surface, you know, it begins to decay from there, and then the decay process becomes really fast. So the first operation, you loosen up the soil. Okay, you loosen up the soil and you make sure you are aiming at the center of your sack. So, are you seeing it? So, I want to slant it this way, and then I cover. So, either you slant or you lay it flat. Seeing it, this is the head region. I can afford to, slant this side, making the head region to face up, because I can already tear the growing point of this very tuber. The same procedure. Over. This has two cut sides, okay, here and here. So in order to cultivate this, you don't need to slant this one. You have to lay this one flat in the soil. And this is exactly what I mean. All right, so I do not want to lay it flat like this, but I'm going to lay it flat this way so that there's still enough, enough of this part touching it, and this side is not facing downward completely. So I'm going to lay it flat this way. Look at how it was placed. All right, and I cover gently, So a lot of you are asking, why are we not mulching? Why are we not covering with grasses? Because it's already raining. There won't be any need for that, because it is already raining. So you do that if you are cultivating during the drought season or dry season, when you know that the intensity of the sun is very, very high, and the rate of evapotranspiration is also extremely high. So then you mulch with dry grasses. So the same thing is applicable here also. These two parts are exposed, so I'm going to place them this way. Okay, I'm going to place them this way and cover. But the truth is, anyhow you place it, you'd also still get good results. When these things become extremely important for you to pay attention on the side you place is when you are cultivating, because with established farms, especially on a very commercial scale during the drought season, especially when we are establishing in sacks, so every technical detail has to be taken note of, and that is why we pay much attention to how the seeds are being placed. So for this very guy, this is, I told you, it's not about the size, all right, but the quality of the nutrients you have available in your soil. So we're going to place this here. This is the head region. I'm certain that is the region that will begin to sprout first, and then you cover properly. The same thing is applicable here. This is the head region, and this is the sprouting point. I can afford to place it this way. This is the head region, all right? So, because the head region is not sprouting yet, I'm going to slant it this way in the soil. So these are basically the planting techniques. This is the same method you apply on a very large scale, okay? So let's say you are doing 10,000, 20,000. The exact same thing we did here, that is what you take to that scale and you apply. The difference is now the scale you're operating in. And because it's on a very large scale, you can't afford to make mistakes, because you are cultivating for profit, but cultivating for leisure and probably a couple of experiments you want to carry out. That is why we are having these samples here. But when you are cultivating for profit, there's no margin for error. And that is why we take every single step extremely seriously. And for those of you who are still interested in learning how to grow yams in sack, you want to understand all of the technicalities involved in growing yams in sack, go to the description of this video. You'll find the the link to the registration portal. Click on the link, register, and you have access to this video course training on how to grow yams and start, starting from land preparation, seed selection, down to harvesting. All the routine and management practices that you need to carry out in order to get quality results at the end of the day. Everything is properly well outlined in video format. You are going to see it when you carry that same thing you've seen, and then you begin to apply at your field location. So for now, we've been able to show you basically how to go about with planting, and then subsequent videos when they begin to sprout will also show you a few things, and then you can implement at your location. Now, if you are yet to subscribe to our channel yet, all you need to do real quick is punch on that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and do what to give this video a huge thumb up. For now, peace.